I've been, as I said before, I've been inside Gaza with the IDF before. I've seen the extraordinary measures they take to minimise civilian
even the
deaths.
report you gave, Colonel Kemp, even the report you did had gunfire in the background at the end. Let's take a look.
Many of the people behind me here have told me it's the first time they've ever received free aid. So don't believe the propaganda that's been churned out by Hamas and amplified by too much of the international and national media.
It was almost like a comedy sketch if it wasn't so serious. There you are saying, don't believe any of the stories of the Israelis shooting at people here, and next thing you hear is a machine gun going off.
Yeah, you may find machine guns funny, but
I don't.
Those of us who have
I don't find it funny, but it flew in the face of what you literally were saying on camera. Why doesn't Israel let the journalists in then?
This is shameful. This is shameful.
You'll have to ask Israel that.
We all know why they're not letting them in, Colonel Kemp. It's because they don't want the world to see what's happening. Let me bring in Shabbos, who's been waiting patiently. Shabbos.
The first reason, you've asked me a question, let me answer it. The first reason is because there's a very big danger if journalists went in on their own of getting kidnapped. You say...
Right. That's the risk that they should be prepared to take themselves.
And Israel has killed journalists.
You say that, but then Western journalists kidnapped inside Gaza become
how convenient. So that's why you have a 20-month media ban. Come on.
And the second reason, I don't know this for sure, I'm surmising, but the second reason, if I was in that position, I would be very hesitant to let journalists in, because I've seen how many journalists distort what they see from the West, from Britain, from the United States.
Of course. Well, how convenient. How convenient. Don't let the journalists in, only let the IDF tell the story. How very convenient. Now, I agree Hamas had to be got rid of, but it hasn't happened. And at some point, there has to be an acknowledgement that this mission has failed. And all that's happened is Gaza has been flattened. More and more innocent people are being killed. None of the mission goals are being achieved. And now we've got members of the government openly saying, actually, what we want to do is kick all the Palestinians out. Openly saying it. So this mission has changed from self-defense to actually ethnic cleansing. That's my problem with it.
These are democratic politicians who are not controlling the war. Have you heard the Prime Minister? Have you heard members of the War Cabinet? Have you heard them talking about ethnically cleansing the Gazan population? People like Smotrich and Benvir.
He's the finance minister. He's the equivalent of the Chancellor of the Exchequer, for goodness sake.
He's not involved in the decision.
He's not involved. Come on, Colonel Kemp. Take your blinkers off, man.
And
you don't think Smotrich is involved in anything that's happening? What a ludicrous statement. I'm sorry. I have great respect for you and your military career, but what a ridiculous statement.